For this video, we're going to work on problem number 28. We're going to have to translate the data from a pie chart to a frequency distribution. Then we're going to have to make some adjustments to our frequency distribution. And then we'll be able to use the summary stats to find the mean and the standard deviation of the frequency distribution. So you notice I already have the classes filled out here, and this one 30 plus. We're going to do something with that later. Where did this data come from? You notice the table right here that I click this button to get, where it says click the icon to view the pie chart. You notice 0 to 4 hours of studying, we have 3 people, 5 to 9, 11 people, 26. And so we just fill in these numbers here. And now we're ready to take this frequency distribution. We don't really need the pie chart anymore. We've translated the information from the pie chart, the data from the pie chart, to the frequency distribution so that we can use Statcrunch to calculate this mean and avoid the tedious calculations that it would take for, what do we have, 7 classes here. So you already see that I have a 16.5 mean and a 7.3 standard deviation. We'll look at something. Yeah, everything looks good. Okay, sorry, I hope I didn't make you dizzy there. So this information right here, we're going to have to type in because we can't just copy this table into Statcrunch. So we're going to have to manually enter it into Statcrunch. So I'm going to show you what this is going to look like. But remember, before we do that, remember that highest class was a 30 plus. Well, we can't use 30 plus and use the technology. So we have to calculate our class width. So how do we do that? We take the second class limit, the lower class limit of the second class, which is 5, subtract the lowest class limit of the first, which is 0. 5 minus 0 is 5. So we have our class width. So we're going to use that to finish that highest class that just said 30 plus. So the upper limit of the next to highest class was 29. If I had 5 there, I end up with 30 to 34 for the highest class. I need to make this change so that I can use Statcrunch. So basically, I calculated my class width, and I changed that last class from 30 plus to 30 to 34 to make it consistent with the other 6 classes. So here's what that looks like. 0 to 4, 5 to 9, 10 to 14, 15 to 19, 20 to 24, 25 to 29, 30 to 34. I've had to enter all that manually, and the counts were 3, 11, 26, 20, 14, 11, and 4. So by changing this from 30 plus to 30 to 34, now I can use the summary stats grouped or bin data. The variable 1 has my bins or classes. Variable 2 has the counts or frequencies. And when I click compute, I get 16.5 rounded to the nearest tenth and a standard deviation of 7.3. The question's complete. And if we go back up here, we'll see that that was the correct answers. So let's go ahead and work through this problem with Statcrunch. It's going to take a little bit longer because of typing the data in, but that's okay. So I'm going to go to the question, right? I've already typed everything in here, but remember, all I had to do is click this, and you see where that data came from. There's 3, there's the 11, there's the 26. So I don't need that anymore. And remember, this 30 plus has to be converted to a class with an upper and lower, a lower and upper limit. So I had to calculate that upper limit. But let's go ahead and put that in then. Let's go to question help. Statcrunch. Pull it over here, and I'm just going to put my data in. So I have 0 to 4, 5 to 9, 10 to 14. I'm a terribly slow typist. 15 to 19, 20 to 24, 25 to 29. And that last one, using that class width of 5, is going to be 30 to 34. So my bins or classes have all been entered. Now I'm going to come over here and the 3, the 11, the 26, 29. Oops, sorry, can't read. That's 20. Got to be very careful here. This is the most tedious part, is putting the data in. 14, 11, and 4. So my data is in place. I'm ready to do my calculation. Stat, summary stats, grouped or bin data. I'm going to pull it over here a little bit. My variable 1 has the classes or bins. The frequencies or counts are in variable 2. And I click compute. And there is my 16.5. This is rounded to the nearest tenth. And there's my 7.3. And the question is complete. I noticed several of you have missed this one already, so hopefully this will allow you to go back and fix it. I'll have one more video for this whole chapter 2, and that's going to be working with a modified box plot to identify outliers and the 5-number summary. So that'll be the last video for these. It will be up no later than in the morning. So good luck. I hope it helps.